I'm here with Rajasthan Regals, Captain Ajitesh Sandhu and Chika. Great performance out there today. You guys won 4 of your matches and half the last. What are your thoughts on the days, Ajitesh?
Very happy with the result. I think we had a good plan going into today, and we executed accordingly. That was our goal going ahead into the day, and I'm really glad that we were able to pull through. Happy with the day, but you got to reset and look forward to tomorrow already.
What was the thought process in putting up the pairs that you did eventually for the day?
It was a bit of a mix and match. A couple of the guys, they got along immediately, and we knew that that's a strong pairing to go ahead. Some of the guys were feeling really good about their games. They wanted to go ahead in singles. It was a bit of a mix and match. I think for every team, they're trying to figure out as they go along. So it was a bit of a coin toss to know how it's going to play out. But I'm glad that the thoughts that we had, we were able to get the result.
The Kolkata Classics are not a very easy team to beat. But this was, should I say, a landslide victory?
No, I wouldn't say that. But I do agree with you that Kolkata has got a very experienced team. And we felt that throughout the day. They have a lot of firepower in them as well. So we knew it was going to be a tough day, and we had to be on our A game. And I'm glad that all of us pulled through.
And which was your favorite match of the day? You can't say yours.
I think there was a few. I was on the course, so I only saw the last one to finish up. But Chika and Dhruv had, they were 2 down after 6, and they pulled through to win 3-2 against Rashid and Ajay. So that's a big turnover after being down after 6, and then even Akshay and Jairaj, they were clutch coming in against Kalin and Nagar, which is a very strong team.
Yeah.
So I think these two were the standout matches, and they performed exceedingly.
Let's bring in our star player of the day, Chika. It's a very difficult format, isn't it? One that you don't play too often, the foursomes. And you guys did really well at it.
Yeah, I think to be honest, I feel I am a veteran out in this because I have played in the past and Bunalek Trophy and as well, and also the World Cup in this format and Golf Sixes as well. So obviously that kind of little bit of experience in me was there, and that's what I kind of applied after when we were kind of down, and made sure that Dhruv is comfortable. Make sure that we just keep doing what we had planned, and that went through, and we did really well today, and pretty happy with that.
When you were 2 down after 6 holes, what were the things that you were talking to Dhruv, and how were you approaching it?
The idea was...
Were you guys playing well at that point, or were you struggling?
We were. I think in the first 6 holes we halved with 2 birdies, and then they won with another 2 birdies. So there were 4 birdies in 6 holes where they were 2 up. And then I think that's what I told Dhruv. I said, as long as we just keep the ball in fairway and just keep hitting regulations, it's all about who holds putts in match play. And that's what I told Dhruv, and then he just kept it in play. And we had a very great understanding about sticking to his strength. And I was heading into yardages where he is comfortable with, and he was hitting his tee shots as well where I'm comfortable with it. And that's where we were able to sort of be calm, relaxed, and find our favorite yardages and hit them close and make putts. And that's what changed the entire game.
Any particular hole that really stood out for you guys?
I think hole number 7, whereas I think Dhruv hit it left, and then we kind of were in the trees, and then Rashid kind of won the fairway. He hit his second shot of the green, and then they duffed one and then chipped it on. They made a bogey there, and then we kind of got lucky there. From there, the momentum changed for us. We were 2 down, then became 1 down. And then I think the 9th hole drive of Dhruv made a big change, where he hit a massive drive, and then I had like a 9-iron in my hand. So that kind of changed the momentum. He got a lot of confidence, so we were all square after 9, and then from there onwards there was no looking back. We just kept firing, and then we just kept that momentum going. We just went attacking every single shot after that.
One of the main things in foursomes is the ball that you choose to play. So what did you guys do? Was it yours or?
I ended up convincing Dhruv to play what I play.
We both did.
I think exactly. Yeah. So we kind of, when we were coming in the bus as well, me and Ajit were having a chat, and then we kind of planted that seed in his head. It's a great ball. It's perfect around the green. And so, that kind of stood, and then we ended up playing my ball, and then he was very happy with it. Maybe I think he might just change it after this week. You never know.
Ajitesh, how are you looking forward to tomorrow now? And will you maybe keep this pairing for the final round? If you are right up there, they look really strong.
Absolutely. I think there's a lot of food for thought with what happened today. Obviously, you don't want to do too much of a shake-up with the winning combination. So, but the great thing about this tournament is that every day you have to change. So, we have to put our minds together. Akshay is the mathematician between us. So he goes through all the combinations and permutations, and he comes up with the lists of what will work and what won't. So we'll rely on him again. But I think we've just got a great team together, and we all, whenever we sit down in the evening, everyone goes through their thoughts, and then we just make a collective decision and go ahead with it. So I think we'll do that for the rest of the week.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. Karthik, what a fantastic performance. You took on a person who is really in hot form, shot a 59 as well on the PGTI, and you took him down to the last and half the match. How do you look at your own performance, and how happy you are with that?
I'm pretty happy with the match. Obviously, I would have liked to put the putt in on the last hole and win, but I'm still really happy that I was able to half the match. It was a really hard match. He didn't really give me many chances to go up because he was playing really consistent today, and I think I had a lot of fun. It was really fun playing with a good player, and I think it was a good match.
And I think I saw the scores, and both of you really played very well. 5 under for both of you, isn't it?
Yes, I think.
Wow. So what was going on well for you, and how were you managing to keep him in check?
I think my wedges were good today. I was able to hit some good wedge shots and make some birdies. The thing was, we were birdieing the same hole, so I wasn't winning the hole. I was halving them with the birdie, but I think the wedges were good today.
When you knew in the team meeting yesterday, or that you will be playing the single, what did your captain say to you, and what kind of expectation? First of all, were you proud that you were asked to play the singles?
Yeah, I think I felt really proud that I'm being chosen for the singles, because singles obviously the first one to tee off, and the first match definitely sets the pace for the day. So I felt really good that I'm being selected to go out first, and I was the first group off from my team today, and I think I did a pretty solid performance.
And what were all your teammates telling you when you were having your team meeting last night?
I think it was just the same thing, just to focus on the game and not focus on your opponent as much, because sometimes in match play you tend to get carried away with the opponent, and you forget that at the end of the day you're still playing golf, and it's the same sport. So I guess it told me to think of it like any other round, but just obviously focus slightly on the opponent, because the strategy does depend on what he does. So I think overall the advice was good. It worked out well today.
If you have to pick up one hole out of the 18 that you played, which you really liked the way you approached it, or you executed your plans?
Yeah, I think probably the last hole, the 18th hole. We were all square through 17, and he had hit a second shot on the 18th. It's a par 5. He hit it to around maybe 10-12 feet for eagle. So definitely I had a lot of pressure on my second shot, because I know he's making either, at worst he's going to make birdie because he's putting for eagle. So I'm really happy that I hit a good second shot from 210. I was able to hit a good shot on the green, and I couldn't quite make the eagle putt, but I still made birdie and half the match.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Karthik, and all the best. Arjun, first day, the inaugural day of the PGTI or DP World PGTI 72, the league.
Yeah.
Let's start with, what were your thoughts on the day?
I think it was fantastic. I watched a lot of the golf out there, as much as you can catch with match play and try and see what's going on. I was excited just to see how many birdies these guys made, and eagles, and chipping in for eagles, and I thought it was, and the golf course was set up in a way where the match play was exciting. You know, sometimes they can set up a golf course where it's tough and it's just, you're just making pars, but here you can make a lot of birdies, so it was a lot of fun to watch.
And we started the day with the sight of Arjun Atwal's sweet swing, the launch shot of the day and of the league. And in true Arjun Atwal style, you spent about half an hour warming up for that one shot that you hit.
Yeah.
I mean, it says a lot about you, but also the fact that you said that you haven't been hitting any shots with your leg issue.
Yeah, I've had a couple of knee issues, so you know, I haven't been really practicing like I told you the other day. And when they told me that I have to hit the opening tee shot, I needed to warm up, and you know, just to make sure the body doesn't break apart trying to hit a driver. So I think it worked out. Hit it down the middle. So
down the middle. It was a good one.
Yeah, it was fine. It was fun. It's fun to start it off like that.
And you went out and you saw a lot of golf today. If I have to ask you a couple of things that really made you sit up and think that golf is now a little different from the time you were playing in this kind of an age.
Yeah.
What impressed you the most?
I was impressed at how far these guys are hitting it, you know, because back in the day you had a handful of long hitters and, you know, it was more about finesse and feel and all that. But now, like every group that I watched, everybody was busting it, you know, and it was nice to see these guys hitting it well over 320, 330. Some guys trying to drive par fours and hitting little irons into par five. So, you know, it was just the sheer power that these guys have is very impressive.
The team that really stood out today was the one led by Ajitesh and Rajasthan Regals. They won 4 matches and halved the other one.
Wow. Yeah, it was, I didn't expect that, you know, to one team to blow out like that, you know, the others. But obviously, you know, again, in match play, if you start making putts, and obviously those guys made a lot of putts. So they played great. Congratulations to them.
And you must be sad as well because the team they beat was Kolkata Classic.
I was hoping you didn't bring that up. But no. The Kolkata people will do well tomorrow, I think. You know, I know a bunch of them, and none of them will feel dejected or anything. They know that this is the game, and they said they'll come out firing tomorrow. So it should be good.
So the next question that I wanted to ask was based on that. How do you think Viraj should be speaking to his team to make sure that you know, they are up and running again tomorrow?
I think he's just got to tell them not to think about anything too seriously, you know. Tomorrow's a new day, like in match play, and then every hole's going to be, and they're playing JP, which, you know, they'll suit them a little bit. So I think just come out with a fresh attitude and attack. You know, you got nothing to lose. You've made 1 point today. Tomorrow, go and try and grab as many points as you can. That's what I would tell my team.
And I must ask you about Karthik Singh, the young 15-year-old, and how well he played to almost beat a player who just shot a 59 on the PGTI tournament and is number 2 in the order of merit. Great informed player. Jared Hack.
Yeah. I was, because I actually went and watched them as well a little bit. I watched like 3 or 4 holes of their match. And they were just having it with birdies. You know, and every time Jared threw a birdie at Karthik answered right back. And even the finish I saw on 18, they were tied with the par 5 to play. Jared hit first, and he hit it to 15 feet for eagle.
Yeah.
And this kid stepped up and hit it again to like 16 feet for eagle. So they both had eagle putts, you know. And they both halved it birdies. So I was very impressed with this 15-year-old. I don't think I could have done that at 15. So very impressive.
You know, that's the mental part of the game that we all try to see, which will lead to a player becoming, you know, somebody we will talk about for years to come. And I think he showed it with that shot.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. Because the pressure's on. You know, the whole match depends on that. You know, it doesn't matter what you've done for 17 holes. You could have played great, but you mess up the last hole, your second shot, and the match is over, just like that, you know? So you have nothing to look at as your record then.
Yeah.
But for him to just stay in his routine, because I was watching him and I saw him stay in his routine, pull that second shot off just the way he wanted to, right at the flag. And I'm just very impressed with him.
the fact that you spent a bit of time together with these 3, 4, 15 to 17-year-old yesterday, and you told me that you were really impressed with the way they hit the golf ball. Did you see that kind of mentality in the way that makes a champion? Did you see that spark in them?
Yeah, I did. I saw it in all three actually. And it was very impressive to hear them talk because they were very mature for their age, you know. And in golf, I think you need that a little bit. You need that maturity because this game can wear you down.
Yeah.
And so I basically told them to also be their age and have fun and enjoy the game. You know, I know they've all turned professional at a very young age, but not to take it so seriously at this age. You know, it's obviously they want to win, and I would want them to feel like that, but also to take a step back and learn a little bit, you know, and I know they're all excited to learn in their journey. So that's what's exciting to see.
Did they ask you about you, or were they asking you more about Tiger, your good friend?
No, a little bit mixed of both. So they asked very intelligent questions. So I was very impressed with that, you know.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You looking forward to tomorrow now?
I am, Joy. I think it's going to be a fun day tomorrow.
Kolkata Classic will win all their 5 matches?
I hope so. I really hope so. We'll see. You know, it's going to be exciting. Match play is always exciting, and it's on a different golf course. So it'll be fun to watch.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks,
Arjun.
Joy.